Shadow Shaman, as well as Razor and the 458 Terrorblade. They saw what it could do last game, and they're just too afraid of it.
10 seconds remaining.
That's really interesting that they go for that ban.
Dire team
coming.
Oh, and they also removed the Oracle on the side of the Tigers, 1437. I guess because they don't have first pick, they think the Oracle is first pick material, and it's not something they want to let through.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
League's assassin.
First pick by Detonator is Nyx Assassin. Wow, I didn't realize this hero had come so high up in the ranks that he was first pick material. But, I guess, you know, something about picking Nyx Assassin is it does kind of limit the draft of Tigers. You know, you don't want to be picking an Ember Spirit. You don't want to be picking a real intelligence core like an OD.
5 seconds remaining.
So really interesting there. But I guess the Nyx Assassin makes sense. And it also does well in both the 4 and 3 position. There's a bit of a flex pick. And I do like starting off with a flex pick. Because you don't reveal what your draft is right away.
Radiant team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Venge gonna be the pickup by Tigers. Do they play offlane Venge? I haven't seen Velo play it, but I assume he can. Venge, obviously not that crazy a hard hero to master, and Velo a very skilled player. So Venge, but maybe it's more likely to be a 5 position for 1437. I'm very curious about this first pick Venge.
5 seconds remaining.
Time ticking down now for Tigers, eating into their reserve time. Are they going to go with the first phase Dendi Viper?
Dire team pick.
No, they're actually going to take the Leshrac into the Nyx Assassin. Obviously, Nyx Assassin, I think, counts as Leshrac, but Leshrac's so powerful here. And I think he's probably going to be played in the 4. Obviously, we did see in China him being played in the 1/2 position. But I think they're most likely thinking about it as a hero for Ravens play. I don't know who the 5th player of Detonator is. Because Skem used to be playing for Lotak. I don't know if he's on Detonator now. When we get into the game, I'll see if I can figure out who this is. Have you tried typing in NP in my chat? Actually, this might help.
Dire team ban.
Ember spirit.
9K MMR bot might help us. Dendi, Purple, Velo, 47 for Solo, Ben-Hur. No, okay, so we don't know who that is. So people are playing that this is saying this is Scam, okay? I will believe you, chat, and I hope you're correct. And with them having taken the Nyx Assassin themselves, that allows Detonator to be able to pick up the Ember Spirit without worrying of a very hard counter for him. We'll see if they ban out some more control heroes here. Because they've already banned out the Shadow Shaman, one of the best heroes versus the Ember Spirit, because he just has those 2 very good forms of lockdown, the instant hex into the long duration shackles. No, I didn't say Skem is playing carry. I just said Skem is playing for Detonator. Like, he played the carry for complexity. Am I? Whatever. He's playing here for Detonator, apparently. No, oh, sorry, I only said it because chat said it earlier on. Sosan, Yopa, Sosan.
Radiant team ban.
Anyway, there's a Pargana ban. Okay, so with this Pugna ban, Pugna obviously makes things hell for a spellcaster like Leshrac. Does that mean that this is going to be a core Lesh? Because I think that's what that signifies to me with the ban of the Pugna. That, or you're either thinking about picking a Troll Warlord or an Ursa, 2 heroes who get heavily countered by that
10
Decrepify.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is the semi-finals finals because 2 teams go through. So there is no grand finals. This is the finals in one best of 3. So they ban out Velo's Doom. We saw the impact it had in the last game. So I think that's a really heads-up ban, especially versus the Ember Spirit. If you're able to get Doom on Ember, he's a spellcaster. He's reliant on, you know, the ability to cast Sleight of Fist, the ability to escape with Remnants. So it's a really heads-up ban of the Doom. But Tigers, sure as hell, are taking their time with this 5th ban.
Radiant team pick.
Yes, if Tigers win this, they will be qualified. And they ban the Outworld Devourer, realizing they can't pick it themselves versus Nyx. They're just going to ban it. And a Tide Hunter for Velo. This is, I'm pretty damn sure this is the Velo hero here. He loves playing this Tide Hunter.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So, Detonator. They have possibly their mid lane, but we have seen a fair amount of safe lane Ember Spirit. That's a real possibility that he is playing that hero. Nyx Assassin, we think 4 or off lane. He can play both roles. So maybe Detonator go with the 5 position here to not reveal too much. And that's exactly what they do picking into the Lich. I mean, Leshrac could be a 4 position if they want to go back for the Viper. I mean, Atos is great versus the Ember Spirit. But that is a really heads up. Detonator, they might be thinking about taking the Jug with the Lich. Obviously one of the most powerful laning combinations to date.
5 seconds remaining.
They cannot pick Terrorblade because it's been banned out. Lipinska. Lipinska. Oh my god, names are difficult, you know? Like, if you've never been told how things are meant to be pronounced. Oh, wow. Tigers, they removed the Juggernaut, realizing they don't have another ban and not wanting it to go through Detonator. That's a very heads-up steal pick there. I really like that ban. Well, not the ban, but like the denial pick. That's really heads up there.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
And the Troll. Okay, so they can't have the Juggernaut, so they're going for another hero who goes in, wants to get on top of people, hoping for a lucky ensnare. And they've gone for the Lich. Lich Troll versus the Tide Hunter in lane. I think Tide will have a decent time because, you know, you don't have spin, you don't have that magic cool damage. You rely on the right clicks, mainly. Admittedly, you do have the Whirling Axes. But interesting. I mean, the main thing is they were really lacking some sort of siege with the Ember Spirit being their mid laner. They need the Troll Warlord to be able to take buildings, I think. You know, actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ember Spirit go to the safe lane and Troll Warlord to the mid. Because Ember Spirit, I think, does a lot better versus the Tide. Just because he can have that magical damage farm with the Flame Guard. Raven is playing the 4 position hero. At least that's what we've seen going on.
Dire team pick.
And ban on the Brewmaster, and they last banned Dendy's Viper. He's not going to be able to pick it. Troll is decent versus Tide because of the range. I mean, that is fair, but the range isn't massive, and Tide's still able to get right up in your face, I think.
10 seconds remaining.
Anyway, final pick here for Detonator. They do have 30 minutes of reserve
5
time,
seconds remaining.
so they might take it. "20 seconds now." So what do they need? They need either an offlaner or another 4 position. Offlaner who could do well versus Jug.
Radiant team.
That's a real question. And it's going to be the Darkseer. Okay. Darkseer does fine. You know, he doesn't really fight the Jug, but he gets farm with the Iron Shells. I think you'll be fairly happy with that. So what Dendi hero is left? I think they might pick a Kunkka, really. Because I feel that they need a bit more disable, a bit more control. And, you know, Kunkka can set up for that Leshrac stun with the X. It's good versus the Ember Spirit. You're able to stay on top of him. You know, you can zone back the Troll Warlord. I think Dendi's Kunkka might be the pick here. People are suggesting Lina. It can't be Viper, but maybe SF? No. SF I think is way too squishy. Like, you get caught by the Nyx Assassin and you're just going to be burst. Well, Darkseer synergizes well with the Nyx Assassin. You're able to put the Iron Shell on him. Kunkka's been banned? Kunkka's been banned. Yes, you're correct. So it's not going to be Dendi's Kunkka. It's the SF. Oh my goodness. Chat, you are very smart. I think the Detonator lineup might have more success here. Unless Dendi... I don't know. This is tough to call. So whoever whoever Troll Warlord is, people think it's Skem, is playing carry. No, chat, you're all smart. If one of you gets it right, you all get it right. Yeah, you're one unit. You're not independent human beings. I don't know who told you that, that you're individuals, but you're all together and you're one. Chat 5k, cast to 3k. Exactly, you're a hive mind. You all work together. But yeah, so it is the 5 position Vengeful Spirit, 4 position Leshrac. This is what we thought it was going to be. And yeah, so you have the synergy of the Iron Shell with the Nyx Assassin. Also, I think more importantly is getting the Surge on the Troll Warlord so that he's not able to get kited. Once he's able to stay on top of you. I think it's like we've been seeing Darkseers with an Ursa. I think that's what they were thinking about. Wait, is this black? Or is it Skem? Yeah, GTH says it's Skem. Yeah, I think it's Skem. I'm pretty sure.
Very good.
Because black, when he was playing for Detonator, was tagged up as actual black.
Two-legged abomination.
Let's see what we can find out here. Fly Tulo. Whoever this is, it looks like it's a Smurf. Let's have a look at the profile, see if we can figure it out. DTN, Swag, I am dog. Yeah, so it's a Smurf account, but I'm not sure who it's for. Oh, it was tagged up as Fly Solo once, but I don't think it was Fly Solo.
Watch your step. It's 6 feet down.
Oh, the title's wrong. What does the title say?
Very good.
Oh, sorry, I must have forgot to update the title. It should be good now.
6 feet down.
Oh, and sorry, we'll jump out of that and we'll go back to the game. Oh, okay, Tanga Mo Skembaloo. So it is Skem. We do have Skem playing here for the side of Detonator. So Dendi, I think is he coming here just to help Velo? No, they've got their whole tri-lane bottom. It looks like they want to get a kill. And actually, they have decent disable because you can magic missile into the stun, all meanwhile 458 spinning on top of them. If they are able to connect on anyone, you do need to be careful against this tri-lane. But does this mean that they're going to leave Velo to farm all by himself? I think they'll look for first blood in this bottom lane. This is what you usually see. You start out with the tri-lane, you look for first blood, and then Raven will probably rotate top to help his Tidehunter. But once Detonator lost the qualifier, they kicked Black. Gods. Okay. Or Black left. GTH coming into chat with the information there. 458. He is showing himself. Black is not 40. And Raven. So they are successfully zoning it back. They'll be able to get 2 runes. Bello, does he want to fight up against Fly Solo? They do successfully get 3 runes, but it means Velo will take some harass here from Fly Solo. Dendi, obviously very skilled on his Shadow Fiend, one of the heroes he used to be known for. And I think Shadow Fiend versus Ember Spirit, once he gets a few stacks of Necromancy, should be fairly good. Very interestingly, he has gone for the raises, so he's able to get into that quick level 2. Just because SF, it is so difficult for him to hit. And also that gets rid of the early Flame God, something I didn't think about. So I do like these early points in the raise. Lane being pushed in. Sam H, he does have double Iron Shell on the creeps, but they get the stun into the Split Earth. He's using the spin, and he has successfully managed to get level 2. Thanks to that creep wave dying, but Sam H, are they going to catch him? They need a few more right clicks. But he is going to be able to escape thanks to getting that level 2. They missed with the stun, and they don't realize Sam H hiding in the trees there. Lucky for him that he was able to nuke down that creep wave, get into the surge. So they're not able to get the kill onto Sam H. Velo just forced to TP away, almost killed by Fly Solo. Worth noting, he wasn't able to contest that pull, so he hasn't managed to get into level 2 because he's all by himself. So things looking pretty tough for Velo now. Meanwhile, in this mid lane, Dendi just getting rid of that Flame Guard every time he tries to use it. And now starting to stack up those Necromasteries. 1437, they are pinging out onto the Darkseer. He does have the mana for Surge, so they're not really able to kill him. And with the Iron Shell on top of our R, he does have a stun coming off cooldown. Is 1437 not long for this world? He's going down to the double Iron Shells, and it looks like that is first blood to Sam H in this bottom lane.
I cannot believe that worked.
The score is currently 0-0. Velo getting body locked again. Fly Solo, he does have the slow. Velo's just taking so much damage versus Slich, and he has managed to get a... Sorry, he has got a CS, so I can't say he's got a single CS. But he's doing so poorly on mana. Meanwhile, 458, I do manage to miss a kill. It looks like just the stun into the spin. Getting a bit too aggressive, not realizing how low he was on the Darkseer. But this does allow him to get a quick trip back to base. And I'm surprised he's not building the Soul Ring. He's got boots and is building into the Arcane boots first. This mid lane, Ember Spirit of Ben-Hur has got very low. And Dendi, he's building up those stacks of Necromastery. So this lane is going to get easier and easier for him to farm. And I missed more kills in the bottom lane. I guess I really should be watching the tri-lane instead of watching Dendi. I do apologize for that. But yeah, they just have such good kill potential with this Venge stun into the Split Earth, as well as the Juggernaut being right on top of it. So yeah, we're going to stay in the bottom lane. This is what we're going to watch. But I do want to point out that Velo has been totally zoned out of that top lane with 0 help. And this is letting Skem get absolute free farm. The Darkseer just going to cut the wave. They do have a Mango, so they will be able to set up the stun. But Raven, he's finally rotated top. He realizes this Troll Warlord is getting way too much, as well as the Lich getting these absolutely free pulls. The level 2 versus level 2 here. The stun just zoned back the Darkseer. 458 not on top with the level 2 spin. And now they need to be careful. Mimicking the stun from RR. They do have double Iron Shell. Once Sam H puts an Iron Shell on himself, so they will be able to cut this lane very easily.
Dire's middle tower is is under attack.
And this leaves 458 forced to farm under his own tower. Something you can do on a Juggernaut, but you don't really want to be doing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, 1437. Sam H doesn't have a lot of mana. Really? Really? I missed all the kills. Dendi getting a solo kill on this Ember Spirit with the help of the Haste Rune. Just a bunch of raises and right clicks, and you're just not able to escape before you have level 6. Dendi playing this. You know what, actually, I'm in Dota TV. I missed no kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, we'll go back 10 seconds more. Okay, so we can see what happens. He has the Flame Guard. Then he misses the first raise due to Sleight of Fist, but connects with the second. Saving changes. He thinks it's going to be enough, but Dendi, he just pops that Haste Rune and hits the third raise. See, we missed absolutely 0 kills here, except for in the bottom lane, where they get kills on the Vengeful Spirit, as well as this Leshrac Sam H going to work with this Iron Shell Darkseer. So Sam H having a great time here, got a bunch of kills, as well as a really fair amount of CS. Still, honestly, not as much as the Jug. Jug being forced to farm under his tower, but he doesn't really mind. He has the right click damage with that Blade Dance, as well as his Quelling Blade. So they have level 5. They cancel that salve actually with the Wave of Tower. Sleight of Fist. It connects onto 2 with the Singing Chains, who is going to be able to get this rune at bottom. RR, he's sitting there. He's going to preserve the Arcane Rune, and it looks like he's going to do it for Sam H. They're all running towards this rune. They know they both need it to refill their bottles. But Sam H is going to be forced to take it, because otherwise the side of Radiant, of Tigers, would have been able to deny it. But Dendi, just that solo kill onto this Benhill Ember. So impressive. Admittedly, it did take a bit of a lucky rune, but I don't think I'll mind about that. They're waiting for the spin to end. Are they able to successfully connect with the stun? It doesn't look like it. We are getting a tiny bit of lag. I'll get my shit together. Oh, thank you very much, Nitwab Babs. I'll try and get my shit together. I will. So Sam H just cutting this lane again. But honestly, you don't mind, because you're giving this... How am I missing all the kills? All the kills. Fly Solo, he's there in this mid lane, but with the help of Benj, Dendi. I don't know what's happening, guys. I don't know what's happening. I'm usually a lot better than this. Omni Slash onto RR. Are they going to get the kill? We caught a kill. Now Raven, he's looking for more Sam H. He's hasting himself out. But remember, they do have the stun of the Split Earth. If they bring the Juggernaut, Surge is fading off. The Raven, is he going to be able to connect with the Split Earth? They don't really have any follow-up, even if he does. We're just putting the Iron Shell on the creep and hopefully trying to use the pull. Raven, he has Diabolic Teeth again. You need to be careful here on Sam H. If he successfully lands the stun, I think he's gone for. Juggernaut, they're rotating around. There is a TP. No, there isn't a TP on this Darkseer. But eating the Iron Shell damages Raven. It looks like he's going to be able to turn it around into Sam H. He pops a 6, but then we have the spin, and they successfully kill Sam H. All the meanwhile, the rotations in mid lane, they do finally manage to bring down Dendi. But that was happening the same time as the double kill, so I don't think that counts as Tito's. But we should still be able to catch it. Okay. Dendi just a bit out of position. They have the fear, holding him in place, even rotating in the Troll Warlord. And all of them working together to get that kill onto Dendi. Yeah, so I don't think that counts as me missing the kill in the mid lane, because we were watching another kill. When 2 kills are happening at the same time, it doesn't count as Tito's. .458 has his face boots. It looks like he's building drums as his first item. Just farming the creep wave as well as the stack. And Leshrac, they successfully find the next assassin and catch him out. And this is the combination that we were talking about this whole game. With the stun into the Split Earth. And are they able to get enraged for that magic missile? Unfortunately not, with it being level 1. But Sam H, she's back at it again. Cutting waves, putting iron shells on creeps, farming stacks. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark. He has Surge on cooldown, but with the Frost Shield, that's going to be enough to repel the side of Tigers from getting more aggressive. All the meanwhile, Ben-Hur, he's actually farming the jungle. And this is letting Dendi get some nice, easy hits on this tier 1 tower. Building the Guardian Greaves here as the first real item for Dendi. Fight Solo, he's set up. And they've actually smoked up to the top lane. Omnislash, it's off cooldown again. The Troll seems to be the kill they want. Velo, he has Ravage. They get a bit too aggressive, but Troll, it realizes... Does he know something's up? He actually pops his ultimate. Was that a mistake? They must realize the Troll's ultimate sound. There is a global sound. And Dendi, they see him. He does have Spike Carapace. Luckily, Dendi doesn't go for the second raise. And the Impale. So they're able to get these 2 bounty runes. But Sam H, he gets them just himself. So you rotate your Juggernaut to the top lane. But you're not successful in getting a kill. And Skem, he's just going to the bottom lane. He's going to trade up with you. He does only have 1 stack of fervor, so it might not be enough.
Top tower is under attack.
And with the 2 points of the Diabolic Edict, they sure as hell do have the push. Here on Tigers, Dendi trying to get a kill, connected with 2 races. But Ben-Hur, he is rotated in, and Dendi a bit afraid of this magic damage. The full 4 points in the Flame Guard, so you need to catch a few raises to get rid of it. So it seems the Flame Guard can tank double raises, but not anymore. Increase minimap size. Do you mean icons or just regular minimap?
Behold,
Dire's top
sudden
tower
birth.
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
And the Radiant Courier actually got killed. I don't know who it was by. And I don't have couriers bound to anything, so we're not able to. Ben-Hur with the Invis Rune, they're looking to be able to get a kill on this bottom lane. Velo, Sergi and Ben-Hur, they know he's there because he went right under the tower. Are they able to get this kill? They blow Ravage. Ember Spirit, does he have a safety remnant? He doesn't. And Dendi rotating in, killing Ben-Hur once again. Raven does connect with the stun onto Darkseer. He does have Surge, but there is no stun. Do they have the mana for the swap? No, they don't, but they need 1 more hit. And with that, Carapace last hit from 1437. Sorry, did I say Carapace? I meant the Diabolic Edict. So a nice rotation to this bottom lane. They were the ones who wanted to get aggressive, but that Ravage on Velo saving his life and allowing them to catch big kills on this Sam H as well as Ben-Hur.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They do get another kill onto Fly Solo with the help of the Omnislash, but now they're trying to chase him down, but they know they can't hold the jug in place for very long. Once Blade Fury comes off cooldown, it doesn't matter if you're able to get the Searing Chains. And he's fought again. He gets the stun, but only the single stun. And now swap back into Dendi. Do they have detection? They do pop down a sentry, but they're not going to commit for it any further, realizing there were TPs to the shrine. Searing Chains, it's on to 2. Do you have a safety remnant on the Ember Spirit? Luckily, he makes it away to the high ground. They do get the vision with that Wave of Terror, but not able to go for the swap on 1437. However, this tier 1 tower, it's not long for this world. They do have a Diaglyph, but as soon as that ends this tower, it is going to be dead. Even another double damage bottle for Dendi. It looks like he's had all the luck with the runes. With the level 6, trying to set up for a nice kill. Fly Solo, they brought him in. They have Ben-Hur as well. They don't have Ravage, but they instantly kill off Fly Solo. They see Ben-Hur. He has the Flame Gun as well as the Iron Shell. Iron Shell worn off. But they have all the healing. Gets a kill, but he goes down as well. Ben-Hur, Searing Chains. It's on to 2 of them. Raven doesn't manage to connect with the stun, but they just have the entire lineup except for the Juggernaut here. The 4 people in this mid lane, and they're not able to kill anyone. Tiger's just walking all over the side of Detonators, it seems. And this tier 2 tower, it's already pretty damn low. They're just going from tower to tower. This push lineup really coming online. And they're going to have Guardian Greaves to do it, honestly, fairly soon. Then he's completed the mechanism. And he's also building some braces just to tank up. So Radiant, I'm surprised they actually missed the last hit. But now they're just pinging tower to tower to tower. It feels like a game of ping pong between towers, and the defense for the high ground comes out. Are they actually going to siege this tier 3? I think this is probably just a force back rotations. I mean, you forced the glyphs. But Warlord, what is he? He's farming a Battle Fury. That's a very greedy build against this early game lineup of Tigers. 1437, they are going to retreat when the wall gets dropped, but successfully forcing rotations as well as an ultimate in the wall. I think they'll be more than happy with that. 458 is building a Radiance. Radiant's Juggernaut, guys, is back. That's such an interesting
Radiant's middle
itemization
tower is
there.
under attack.
I'm trying to think why the Radiance, because for me in this game, I would think the Radiance is bad versus the Darkseer. Like, I would be building, you know, Manta... Sorry, not Manta, Yasha into the Maelstrom. Just get those quick early items that allow you to fight and farm a tiny bit, but... Interesting Radiance. I guess he just feels they're unkillable, and if you're unkillable, you want the Radiance because you're just putting out damage in the fight. And even forcing out the Surge from Sam H. So a serious siege coming out for this tower. They know there's no glyph because they used it for the tier 3. So this level 4 Diabolic Edict, and that's just going to be another tier 2 tower. Hello, zoning back the troll by himself, and I'm switching to net worth. I should have done it a lot sooner. I'm sorry about that. And look how far ahead the Juggernaut is. He's popped the healing ward. They get the stun. Do they have the follow-up stun coming from Raven? It doesn't look like it. Sam H, what he really wants is that healing ward because that's what will stop them pushing. But they're just going for the final tier 2 tower. They're going to have no outer towers at the early 15-minute mark. The side of Tigers, they're just going through very methodically, taking every single objective they can. Am I on current? Fucking hell. I'm having a bit of a rough first game today. I was much better than the last one. Spectating's hard, guys. But so, they have the healing ward coming back up. They have everyone. They don't have level 15 on Deadly. You get a big talent there in Presence or Effect building. But they put down the wall. They managed to create the illusion of the Juggernaut. He has committed for it with the Relic. But are they going to be able to get this level 3? The Vacuum, it's now wasted. They have nothing to worry about. And Velo, he's just zoning them all back with the threat of the Ravage. And that's going to be a tier 3 tower. Are they able to get racks with 16 minutes in? Tier 3 tower down. Troll Warlord, he's trying to do his best split push, but they just popped the offensive glyph. And that's the range barracks down. And soon as hell, going to be another. It's a Ravage. It connects onto all 4 of them. They Omni-Slash, but they only get a Lich for it. And now, there's no threat of the Ravage. Is that going to be enough for them to be able to contest? I don't think it is. And that is racks at 16 minutes for the side of Tigers. What a massive advantage for them. And they're just going to be able to retreat safely together as a group. So, Battle Fury completed, but this Troll Warlord, he's not able to fight just yet. Tigers really putting on a clinic in this game, showing off this push strat. And Juggernaut, the Juggernaut Radiance, like, I thought it was greedy, but he's successfully going to get it. And then we're going to be able to see the strength of it. I mean, the great thing about it is because if they're going to continue sieging like that, you know, where they go on the high ground and they just want to push them back, you don't want to walk into a Juggernaut with Radiance because you're just going to be taking a bunch of magic damage from this Lishrak, from the Juggernaut, and it allows him to zone back the entire side of Detonators. I think that's the thinking behind it. And Dendi now just going to take a shrine. Tower after tower, shrine after shrine, building after building. What can Detonators do to come back in this game? Ben Hut, he doesn't even have his Maelstrom. He had to go for Brown Plutes so that he can complete this item quickly. And they're trying to farm up with the Troll Warlord, but it looks like they want the easier kill of the Darkseer. Successfully gets a vacuum wall, but it doesn't matter. So with Sam H dead, are they looking to take another objective? Are they going to go for this this other set of barracks, really? RR does successfully claim a tier 1. And it looks like the objective they choose to take, knowing the Darkseer's dead, they can't fight around the pit anymore for the side of Detonator. They're just going to take Roshan. And it goes down very fast with this wave of terror and all the physical damage.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
So TPing, hiding here, Raven. Is he able to set up with this stun? He has an Atos actually already completed for the 4 position Leshrac. And now fighting up against him. They have the Frost Field with Fly Solo. Is that going to be enough? Actually, a whole bunch of rotations. Fellow, he has the connection, but they does get stunned by the Spike Carapace. Atos, is it off cooldown? They don't connect with the stun in time. Able to TP away is RR. But Aegis is now online for this Juggernaut. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the side of Tigers push this advantage even further and go for another lane of barracks. They have Ravage. They have all their spells. They have the Atos. Things looking very good. Ben-Hur playing it very safe, realizing they have the Atos on Raven, so he can be initiated on. But they see him, the Atos, it doesn't connect. Nice sleight of fist there by Ben-Hur. But they have the swap back, and again, he dodges another thing with the stun, going into his Remnant form. So they weren't able to get the catch from Ben-Hur, even though they spent a fair amount. Juggernaut surging forward, but not able to get the catch. He popped the drums for this, but it looks like what they really want is another lane of barracks. The Glyph is back for the side of Detonator, but Troll Warlord, is he going to come back to defend this one? Is he just going to push, split push for the bottom lane? Atos on top of the Ember Spirit. Successful connection to the Sun. It looks like Raven actually didn't quite go for it. It's an Impale onto this Vengeful Spirit. Are they able to bring her down? The Chain Frost, it's going for a bunch of bounces, but they've already lost the Nixus and Velo. He's holding onto this Ravage. He has a full pipe, so the magic damage means absolutely nothing to the side of Tigers. The Healing Ward, it has managed to be killed. The Slice of Fist, they took their ultimate in place. He does have a Remnant to spot back as well as the Ravage. Goodbye, Ben-Hur. And possibly goodbye game for the game of side of Detonators. That's another range rack. They do get the Frost Shield, but I don't think it's going to stop the side of Tigers. That's going to be an easy second lane of racks, it's looking like. The Slice of Fish is starting to get them a lot lower, but they do have the Healing Ward and 458. He's just going to TP out. Raven brought Thor, but he's going to be able to get the kill or fly solo. I don't think you want to bring Raven towards you with that fear. Sam H, he's on the low ground. Do they have the disable for him? They pop the stick, and the Guardian Greaves Dendi, he's going to be just fine here on the Vengeful Spirit. One raise, second raise, didn't connect. And now Troll Warlord, he's back. He's fighting. He claimed the tier 3 of his own. The stun actually onto the high ground. The vacuum, they've caught Raven as well as Venom onto the high ground. You've seen Cliff TZ, now you see Cliff Raven. The stun on top of the Troll Warlord, trying to allow them to retreat. The Juggernaut, he's coming back for this, but with the ultimate on the Troll Warlord, they do manage to kill off Dendi, but that means there's no ultimate left here on the Troll Warlord. So the spin as well as the Radiance, it's going to be enough to take down Skembaloo. So you might have lost Dendi, but you lost so much from the side of Detonators. And there we go. They just call it GG. Tigers taking a quick 21-minute victory in this game number 1. Really showing them what they made of. Skembaloo, he went for that greedy Battle Fury build, so he wanted to farm while the side of Tigers were taking their racks.